Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go, Ohio! Next round, Ohio!
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. They find some open field here. The 20. 10, 5, and this results in 6. Touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Fournette, a first down carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. So here we go. 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll set up a throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ohio! Let's go!
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Let's go!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On play action, Brissett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12 in the red zone this time.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They're going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd down, Brissett completes it to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Now Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Brissett now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. Brian 38. Brian 38.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays. Just not right. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They run with Ajayi. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's third down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On third down, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And he's got room. And it's a huge return as as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can.
Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
In motion is Fedorowicz. Brissett. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. The Jaguars on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ohio! Here we go! 1, 9.
And the back goes into motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Texans. 59 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
We're set now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go! 38!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's got his man on the out route. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go.
Fournette running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On third down, it's Ellis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Let's go.
On second down. Brissett again. And he's got some space here. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Here we go.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brissett. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Back to throw now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Let's go. Ohio.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that. Give
him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action now. Brissett. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
This is taken at the 23. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep him within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brissett. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here comes the D swarming to the line. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brissett now. And finding Fedorowicz. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Brissett on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Throwing. Brissett. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Play fake. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw, Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Come on, let's go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jaguars, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the